All right, so this is one of my hiking videos. I know these are not overly popular because they get kind of repetitive, so I'll try not to do too many. But this was my first little hike after I left Pioche. I just finished off the little video of the mine hunting, and this is more of I don't want to call it mountain climbing, but hill climbing video um, that I did the, uh, the morning after I spent the night in that little area just off of the Bristol Pass Road. And in the morning, I got up and I hiked up uh, little hill next to it. It's a short hike, a couple of miles, and the scenery was nice, and it kind of shows you the terrain, very rocky. The rocks are everywhere you go around here. They seem to be they're very sort of square, almost like slate, break apart very easily. You'll see them just crumbling all over the place. They're very sharp. Uh, you got to be careful. You brush against them, you can cut yourself. Even once they've broken off or whatever, they feel like I don't know, like coarse sandpaper. They're hard to sit on even because they're so sharp. So that's one of the features of the area. And anyway, I did a couple of clips of that, and then I did a little recap at the end. Again, this is stuff I'd filmed a little while ago, a week or two ago when I was there, and I didn't have a chance to, put it together and put it online. Um, I bought a new computer before I left to because it was going to be more energy efficient, and so I wouldn't be using so much electricity and always fooling with the solar panels so much and everything. So it came with a 3 month free subscription to this video editing program that Apple has. So I wanted to wait and see if I could get going with that because that supposedly make things easier, and I think it will be. Uh, we'll see. It's kind of it's it's not something that I think is for everyone because the manual that comes with it is, get this, it's 1,000 pages. That's the instruction manual, and which goes through how to use all the different features. So it's more than what I need, but there is some stuff in it that I like. So I'm finally getting around to working with that and putting some of these old videos together. So soon I'll be done with those, and I'll be able to be putting up stuff that's a little more current. But in the meantime, like I said, this is just like a short hiking video, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so we flipped the camera around. So I'm pointing right now is at right at where the van is. If you look just sort of to the right of those rocks that are right there, and right down right about there is where the van is. There's a little silver thing that I can see. This is the dirt road that's the Bristol Pass Road, goes more or less east to west, and it intersects out there with Nevada Route 93, which is north to south. The big valley. So Pioche is down there around that way. That's looking south. Um, this is a mountain a little higher than where I am now. And looking down across now, there's my lunch, some chicken that I cooked up last night, stuck in the fridge. So this is looking around the other side.
down sort of over that hill there, somewhere down there, there's supposed to be another mine, and I was thinking of heading down there um, maybe this afternoon and see if I can find that mine. Last year I went down this area. There's a mine over there, um, silver mine, I guess it was, that I did a bunch of hiking. So you can see, you know, the mountain ranges just go on endlessly, seemingly, and it's pretty spectacular. Beautiful day out here in Nevada. Okay, so here I hiked over from that peak a little ways to the south, looking for the best way down. I don't want to go down the same way I came up. So if you can see behind me, and I'll kind of pan the camera around, there's a little cut in the land there, a like a ravine that heads down. It looks fairly steep, but it's probably the best option, I think. So I'm gonna give that a try, and hopefully I'll be able to make it down that way. It's heading in the right direction anyway. So I made it back safely. Um, Came down that ravine like I thought I would. Um, it was steeper than I would have liked. Um, Ravines are not always the best way. You know, you would think that the waters come down that way. That'd be a good way to go. But you know, typically you get a lot of brushes accumulated in them. Um, you know, dead trees, and you know, a lot of trees grow like right in the side of them, and the branches block your way. So, you know, usually the best way is if you can sort of get not in the center of the ravine, but off to the side, sort of above all the brush and whatever. Uh, but then sometimes you can't, like this one, the sides were pretty steep. So I had to more or less go right down the middle. And, you know, the footing can be sometimes not that good because you know, the ground can be soft and, you know, loose sand and whatever from the water washing things around. So it hasn't set up like the rest of the ground. So you got to be fairly careful. But I made it, and gonna just a couple of little battle scars. So I survived. I'm gonna live. So anyway, I am gonna move on. I decided just sort of out around the corner. I'm gonna look for supposed to be another mine around there. I've stayed further around last year, and I may end up there again. But it's not a far move. But I'm not that crazy about this campsite. I don't know why. It's kind of I mean, it's nice being in the trees and whatever, but uh, around here you can get places with you know, nice view. So um, anyway, you know, the hike I did this morning, that's typical, except that was kind of a short one. That was a little over 2 miles. It took about 2.5 hours. You know, I'm still warming up. I'm still adjusting to the altitude and adjusting to the hills. I'm not, you know, from Florida, being there all winter. Um, you know, walking the flat ground and then coming out here, and it's you know, up and down and everything. It takes some adjusting to. So, but I, you know, usually try and get off early, and then I can be back hopefully, you know, around midday, you know, before it gets really hot. It's supposed to be I think it's supposed to touch 80 today, and it's supposed to start getting in the 80s during the day. So, you know, if I can get off, then I get back and I can, you know, hang around in the afternoon and try and keep cool. Or, you know, if I'm going to move like today, I, I can I can move on, make a make up another campsite. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to head out um, shortly, and we'll see what we can find to tonight. Should be fun.